Nord CE2 Lite, Snapdragon 695. Nord CE3 Lite, Snapdragon 695. Nord CE4 Lite, Snapdragon 695. Oh, the audacity. All right, let's talk OnePlus. Hi, I'm Ashad. You're watching Trakin English, your destination for detailed, incisive gadget reviews. So basically, the Snapdragon 695 inside the Nord CE4 Lite is an underperformer, like me in my engineering entrances.
Chal chuta.
So what we got was lower Antutu and Geekbench scores compared to phones like the Poco X6 5G, which has the Snapdragon 7S Gen 2, or the iQOO Z9, which has the Dimensity 7200, which is much more powerful. And it's not even great for gaming. You don't get the best graphics, you don't get the best FPS. The only advantage on the Snapdragon 695 is that it doesn't throttle much and it doesn't heat up much. But that's not it. There are more problems with the 695. The chip cannot play back HDR videos. I'm not just talking about Netflix, even on YouTube. There are phones that cost like 15,000 rupees and that can play back HDR videos on YouTube. The chip doesn't support 4K video recording, so you're limited to 1080p 30 FPS video recording. In 2024, I have no words. It doesn't even support LPDDR5 RAM type. So what you're left with is 8GB of LPDDR4X RAM and UFS 2.2 storage, 256GB of it. And you get Bluetooth 5.1, the latest standard. And there's no support for NFC either. Of course, Snapdragon 695 does support 5G, but in a 5G test as well, it wasn't a great performer. Wait a second, I think I shouldn't have compared myself to the Nord CE4 Lite. I was definitely better than that. You know what? Qualcomm really needs to stop selling the Snapdragon 695 to OEMs for their own sake, for their own brand image's sake. Alright, the Snapdragon 695 is not the only problem with the phone. There's more. For the first time, I've seen these many pre-installed apps on a OnePlus phone. There are fantastic games like Bubble Pop, Candy Crush, Tile Match. And of course, you also get LinkedIn, Microsoft 365, Netflix, and a few other apps pre-installed, all of which could be useful to you, or they can even be uninstalled or disabled. And interestingly, OnePlus was very candid about this in their reviewer's guide. They were like, there are pre-installed apps. So I like that honesty. But, you know, OnePlus, you never did this. You don't have to do this. We loved OnePlus for a brand. You were made for performance enthusiasts, okay? You are selling the masses now, but pre-installed apps, please don't. Please. At least not the bloatware kind. By the way, there are some good things about the Nord CE4 Lite, but before I talk about that, please hit that subscribe button. Give us your support. We want all of you who are watching to subscribe. Of course, that's a little too greedy, but then if you guys can do that, we can hit 1 million by the end of 2024. And you can see a clean-shaven Esha. That's what I've promised, but I don't think that's happening, at least at the rate at which you guys are going. I'm actually glad about that though. Thankfully though, the Nord CE4 Lite has a few redeeming qualities. For example, the box is filled with a lot of goodies. You get a case, some stickers, a Red Cable Club membership, and of course, a charger inside the box along with the cable as well. Thank you, OnePlus. Also, I really do like how these phones look. This is the best Nord CE Lite design yet. I'm of course not a fan of this flashy electric blue color, but I do like the silver one a lot. And the orange one also looks nice. Also, OnePlus has done one thing right, and that is upgrading the display to an AMOLED panel. It's now a 120Hz refresh rate 6.7-inch AMOLED panel. It's a flat display, extremely slim bezels all around. And this display has a peak brightness of 2100 nits, which is purely a vanity metric. Because what am I going to do with that 2100 nits of peak brightness when this phone cannot play HDR videos? Thankfully though, the good thing is that the HBM or the high brightness mode brightness metric is 1200 nits, which means that when you take it outdoors, the auto brightness can reach a peak of 1200 nits and it's actually very bright. One thing I cannot deny is that the Nord CE4 Lite is a battery beast. Thanks to that underpowered chip, of course, you can eke out more than 2 days of battery life from the 5500 mAh battery inside this phone. That means easily anywhere between 10 hours to 11 hours of screen on time. There's also that 80-watt charger inside the box which can charge the phone from 0 to 100 in 52 minutes, which I felt was kind of weird. Because ideally 80-watt charger should be able to charge even a 5500 mAh battery in under 45 minutes, but this one takes 52 minutes. I don't know if it's actually fast. But OnePlus does claim that this will have very good battery longevity. You know what? This phone will be perfect for gig workers like those who work for Uber or Zomato. Primarily because they'll take this phone outdoors and it won't heat up much because it's only Snapdragon 695 and it'll give you fantastic battery life to begin with. So yeah, I think that would be one of the target audience for the Nord CE4 Lite. Oh, also, I like the fact that you get a 3.5mm headphone jack and you also get an SD card slot. Basically, it's a hybrid slot and you can upgrade up to 2 TB. And interestingly, the LYT600 primary sensor does take good photos. At least the skin tones were nice. There were a fair amount of details as well. And I was actually pretty happy with the low light photos too. And the selfie camera is also good. The pictures do look decent. Now, I don't know if it's the best camera under 20,000. For that, I will have to do a camera comparison, and I don't know if you guys want that. If you do, let me know in the comments below. But I must mention that only 1080p 30 FPS video recording is possible from the rear camera and the front camera. But thankfully, at least the footage is stabilized. Now, imagine this. If the Tata Nexon had the Tata Nano's engine and you got them together, well, that would be the Nord CE Lite for you. I found it very difficult to recommend a phone with Snapdragon 695 in 2023, and that obviously doesn't change in 2024 either. Even if OnePlus has all the other aspects like the display, the design, and the battery life sorted. But I'm sure of one thing. Despite all of what I'm saying, the Nord CE Lite could still end up being the highest selling phone under Rs 20,000 for OnePlus. That's the brand pull that OnePlus has. But I have to evaluate a product for what it is and not the brand itself. So up until 2024, it was going great. All the phones were great. Of course, until now, because OnePlus done messed up. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep tracking. And there's no support for NFC either.
तो है क्या इसमें फिर कुछ भी नहीं है